Hello everyone. Good morning. Rose here. Today I'm reacting to Foodie Beauty's live stream called Toxic Abusive Relationships Really Mess with Your Head. So this live stream went on for over 3 hours, but I peeked at it and honestly there's not a whole lot to react to, mainly because most of the live stream was just her being under the influence of chemicals and doing various things, so this might be a bit of a shorter react than normal. I like for my reacts to be at least an hour, no more than an hour, but I think it's going to be a lot shorter than that. So where are we today with Foodie Beauty? Well, yesterday she spent the majority of yesterday being under the influence. And those of you that watched the reacts yesterday, I'm sure you saw the one I did where she was so heavily intoxicated that it was very hard for her to speak. She was moving in slow motion. So this live stream, she's still under the influence, and you can tell. And she talks about various things. And something that I wanted to bring to everyone's attention before we even get started. I find it very strange that Foodie Beauty is the kind of person that she will easily come on stream and do the most embarrassing of things. She comes on camera barely dressed, unwashed, acting gross, burping, farting, flashing parts of her body. She can do all of that with no problem. But ever since the audio of the phone call of Dee Dee, she's been turning off the comments, and she is actively not wanting to talk about the situation with the DS relationships and the contracts. Something that Foodie has mentioned that Nader wanted her to sign a contract at some point, and she says, no, I didn't want to. The feeling that I'm getting from Foodie is that for some reason, she just wants to avoid the subject. I don't know why she would. I mean, this is someone, like I said, that has no problem doing other things on camera that those of us who are not Foodie would never do. Or if we did them, we'd be incredibly embarrassed and ashamed. She has no problem doing that, but let's turn off the comments and try to avoid all conversation where those things are discussed. So flashing your body on camera and being gross and burping and farting and picking your nose and picking your ears and things like that, they're not embarrassing to you, but talking about the DS thing is highly interesting. So I want to cover some of this and give my thoughts, and I hope you guys are okay with that. So let me go ahead and share the screen so you guys can see what I see. And there's Miss Foodie. And just as I pointed out yesterday, look what she's still doing. The heart necklace. A few thoughts on the necklace. I suspect, as I've said, that's her date collar. For those who are not aware what a date collar is, a date collar is a symbolic piece of jewelry. It could be a necklace, it could be a ring, it could be a bracelet. It is something that is given by the dominant when they're in a DS relationship with a submissive. It's symbolic of being in that relationship. But it only means something when the Dom gives it to you. I suspect that Foodie bought hers. And when you do that, it really doesn't mean anything. So Dee Dee's wearing a necklace, and Chantal's wearing hers. I don't think Nader gave that to her. I think she bought it on her own because she is so desperate to belong to him. And whether the relationship is over or not, She's still wearing it. Even if there is no DS relationship at hand, past or present, I would think that if it's over, if this relationship is over, really over, she would not want to wear it because it'd be a constant reminder of him. Because that heart necklace, it's basically something that she did being around him. So why wear it? So it makes no sense to wear the necklace anymore. I would think she'd want to throw it away and never wear it again. But she's wearing it. So either one of two things comes to mind. Either she's still in that kind of relationship with Natter and they're doing it in secret. And she's trying to sell the idea that it's over, y'all, everything's over. And it's really not. Or this could also be a possibility that even though it is over, she still wants to show solidarity to him, like, I still love you and I'm still devoted to you and that will never change. You know, it could go either way, but she's still wearing it. So is it really over, Foodie? Or are you supporting him behind the scenes? I mean, Natter did a grocery haul yesterday and he bought $750 worth of groceries. Where did that money come from? Yes, Dee Dee could buy the groceries, but I don't think she'd spend that much money on groceries. I'm not quite sure what she makes working, but I seriously doubt her paycheck would allow her to buy $750 worth of groceries. So where'd that money come from if not from you? You know, the more things change, the more they stay the same. Now, I just got a feeling, y'all, that between the heart necklace and the fact that he bought all those groceries, it's not over. They're just creating this it's over story arc to try to sell to the rest of us. And I'm sorry, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. So let's cover Miss Foodie and see what she has to say today.
So I woke up. I've been booking. I booked a hotel room. I'm going to a wedding at the end of August. I don't know if they want me to say whose it is, so I won't until I find out, like, if I can or not.
So Dee Dee and Natter, they came forward and said, yes, we're dating. And I'm not quite sure about this supposed wedding. Could it be between Natter and Dee Dee? She says she doesn't want to say who it is yet to see if they'll let her go there. Could that also be Dee Dee and Natter? Curious that all of a sudden, after Dee Dee and Natter announce that they're dating, suddenly she's talking about going to a wedding. Very strange indeed.
So I'm going to a wedding. So I've been looking at, like, I've just been booking hotel and stuff, and you know what? New me. It's 240 here. Hi, Tea Light. Do we have to upgrade to another tier? No. Maybe I could let the postcard club people pick where I go. Right.
So somebody in the chat is asking, do we have to upgrade to another tier to become a Knight of Chantal? I think the whole Knight of Chantal thing is stupid. It sounds very cult-like. And is it worth it to pay more money just to be a Knight of Chantal? Like, I don't even know why the whole thing got started. If you want to defend Chantal, why not just stay in her chat and defend her? I mean, the person who started it was talking about going to all the comment sections and defending Chantal. Let me just say this. If you are actively going to comment sections and live chats of reaction channels. You're not defending her, you're harassing other people because you're stepping out of the Foodie beauty yard into other people's yards and you're making trouble when you don't have to. You know, Foodie Beauty has a voice. She can defend herself if she wants to. She's no weakling. You know, she can speak up. There doesn't need to be nights for Chantal. And you don't need to go to other channels to defend her. We reaction channels, we're doing our thing on our own channels. And if you are going actively to a channel, knowing they react to Chantal, knowing there might be things said about her that you don't want to hear, how about just not go there? How about to stay away from those places and stay in the place where you do want to be, which is on her channel? Anyway, let's keep going.
Baby, no. My lover. There you go.
And by the way, Chantal, don't want to hear anything more from you about you don't care about Natter and Dee Dee being together. Don't want to hear it. I mean, girl, you're up at 2:30 in the morning in your bra cleaning. That's erratic behavior to me. Who does that? Who cleans at 2:30 in the morning? You're bothered. You are so bothered by this. I don't care what you say. You're bothered. I mean, anybody cleaning at 2:30 in the morning, unless perhaps that's your sleep schedule. When it comes to Foodie, she is so bothered. She is so bothered by this.
I think I unblocked Ricky. I can't remember who else I unblocked. I don't think anybody. I don't remember. But there wasn't too many people that I was fond of. Hi. Really? You got in a fight? That's not good.
Also, a comment that I'd like to make. So, in my comment section, I had someone comment that they don't like to see people eating. They hate that content and they hate to see her high. Can I just say that I agree with that person? I hate to see her eating too. That's not one of my favorite things to see Chantal do. And I hate seeing her high, especially when she's so high she can barely speak, like right now. But unfortunately, because those things happen so much, and that's the bulk of her content, it's virtually impossible to get around. I wish I could cut those parts out. But if she's spending the whole live stream high, or the majority of it eating, it's, you know, like if you cut out those parts, what have you got left? You know, it just like that's basically her content anymore, is eating and being high, like extremely high. I hate that stuff. But if you cut that out, what are you left with? So I apologize to anybody who comes to see my reactions and Chantal's high or she's eating. I don't like it either. I try to zip past those parts if I can, or limit the amount you guys have to see. Notice I don't do reactions to the whole video because I just don't want to see it. And I know you guys don't want to see it either. So I try my best to limit it. So just wanted to let you guys know that's how I feel too. I so agree with you. The eating and the high thing, it's irritating, it's boring. Listen, I got you and I understand. And I don't like high eating, binging, boring Chantal either.
Have I been blocking? Yes. I think I want to go watch. I want to eat and go watch shows about living in an hour. Dude, I was on Amazon shopping, and there are so many things you can do to live out of your SUV.
You don't have one though. You don't have an SUV. You have the Kia, and that thing is about ready to break down under you, girl. No, no. Okay, listen. The videos and shows about people living out their vehicles, they are entertaining and it's very informative. Like if you want to go do that life, those are great informative videos to watch and shows to watch. But it takes a lot of work, Chantal. It takes a lot of work just to find the right vehicle and outfit it for living out of it. You know, like I just last night, I was watching different videos kind of like that of people outfitting different things to do that. And it's a process. It is a process to take a vehicle and outfit it for living, like being aware of everything you have to do and all the many different normal things that you have to accomplish in that vehicle, outfitting it for different kinds of weather, putting solar panels somewhere if you need it. Like, where are you going to get electricity? Like, how are you going to, get the internet? Blah, blah, blah. I mean, there's so many things. You wouldn't make it, you know, you wouldn't be comfortable. And by the way, you're talking about living out of a car. Where are your cats going to be? I mean, because if you're any kind of a pet parent, you want to take your pets with you. How are you going to take your pets with you? You've got 2 cats. How are they going to be comfortable in a small vehicle? Cats need room to run around, and they don't take well to severe changes in environment. So they're going to go from being in the villa to you're going to try to cram them into a small vehicle. I don't think so. I really don't think so. I think it would be bad for their health, especially BBJ. She's an old elderly cat. You said she hates going on car trips. She freaks out. So how is she going to adjust to living in a vehicle? You're talking about things that would never happen for various reasons. They will never happen. That kind of life you have no idea and you're not prepared for. You're just not.
Oh, that sounds pleasant to me. Oh, good. I wish you well doing it. I remember having a drain. Oh God. Let's go van loving. No. Okay. Okay, remember I told you I need some alone time here. I just pet you for a long time. You and Tim. Oh my God. You guys both.
You know what? That breaks my heart. I'll go away. I want some alone time. Chantal, you're at the villa all day. All day. And Pete's is barely in your way. Maybe the cats want some pets because you live stream for hours and hours every day. And they barely get any attention. It breaks my heart to see her push BBJ away because if Sam hopped up on the counter right now and wanted to sit in front of her, she'd let him do it and she'd pet him right in front of the camera. But poor BBJ just gets shoved to the side. It hurts to see that. That cat deserves so much better. You suck, Chantal.
Woke me up by jumping on me. Yes, you walked all over me. Yes, you did, sweetie. B. I think it'd be like an RV piece. Like you can live like out of your SUV and stuff. Like you know those huge full size SUVs. You can buy like air mattresses. You can buy a portable propane grill tank. So you can actually live inside your car, right? No, I'm driving. I'm not flying. I hate airports. I like to driving would be so much more relaxing than flying there. Not Sandy and Ange. Not them.
I think she hates airports because there's a lot of walking involved, being around other people, and then, of course, there's flying in the airplane. And this is not me being mean or fat shaming Chantal, but at her size, she will probably need an extra seat for her comfort, for her safety, for the safety of other passengers. She would need an extra seat. I don't think she wants to pay for an extra seat. And she doesn't want to be embarrassed. If she goes to the airport and she buys one seat and they tell her, I'm sorry, ma'am, you have to buy an extra seat to be safe and for your comfort. She's not going to want to hear that.
I don't really need the comforts of home. Like what? A bed? Like what do I need here? No, I need adventure. I'm always going to hotel rooms and stuff down under, right? So I do like to travel, like to be away from home. I've gone to Windsor, I've gone to Cuba by myself. I like to do things by myself. I think that's proof enough. Like the comforts of home, like what? I eat out every day. Like it's so like I don't know.
Chantal, you live in Canada. It's a big, big place and it's beautiful. I've never been to Canada, but I've seen different clips of Canada. It's a huge, huge place. There's so much to do there. But here's the key element. You have to go outside. You have to go outside. You got to leave the villa and drive around and do things. You can't just sit in your house like a lump on a log and do nothing. You say you want adventure, prove it. Go somewhere, do something besides sit in your house and live stream for 6 to 10 hours. Canada's wonderful. It has got everything, more than you could ask for. All you got to do is go out there and go see things and go do things. Stop being so stuck on the same boring, toxic content that you insist on putting in people's faces and show what Canada's all about. There's the food, there's the monuments, there's everything. There's the beautiful weather, there's the scenery. It's gorgeous there. And such a shame that you live there and you're not experiencing any of it because all you want to do is sit around and mope around about Natter and bitch about Natter.
Hi, Kay. No. I don't know if be very soon, not right now. But I know what you mean down under. Like I know what you mean. Like I don't seem like the type who would devote a car. But like you can totally have the comforts of home in an SUV. Like there's everything. Like after a few days I'm done. The older you get the worse it is. Yeah, but how old are you? You're like what? You said you were like 60, right? That's like a lot different than my age. 38? Like, I need to get in shape. Yeah, but like I would have to prepare. I wouldn't just go for a life on my own.
Okay, so maybe you're a bit younger in years than the person in your chat who's 60, but you don't have good health. Not at all. You got a lot of health problems and you have trouble just managing in a home. How are you going to do that in a RV, which you don't even own an RV? You have a Kia. It's a lot less room than an RV. So how would you manage? You don't know the first thing about that kind of living. It's a bit harder. You know, you got all the comforts of home in your home, but when you're in a RV, you got to adjust. And you're not very good at that. You're not very good at adjusting at difference of environment. Just admit it. You like the comforts of home. Obviously, you do because you stay there all the time. You don't do anything different. You're not trying to get out and be adventurous and experience anything. So you like driving. That's good. But where do you drive to? You drive to go get nashies. You drive to go get pet food. And then you come back home. That's pretty much the amount of adventuring that you do.
Bro, like I would like I find it fascinating anyway. I don't know. Couldn't live out of a suitcase. I don't really have anything here. What do I have? Fucking crappy strip lights and like what do I have here that I'm so attached to? Really think about it.
The fact that she just asked that question hurts. What here am I so attached to? Hello, your cats maybe? You know, there's one sitting right there beside you and you actually said that. What here am I so attached to? How about your cats? I mean, any pet parent where you go, your pets go, right? They go with you. You don't leave them behind. But the fact that you just said that shows how little you care about your cats. I'm moving soon, Chantal, and Booger's going with me. She goes where I go. I would never leave her behind. It wouldn't even be a question. I'm moving across 2 states. And right now, my arm is hurting right now because of moving and throwing things away yesterday. Man, it hurts bad. But I'm excited to be in a different place, to start over. New environment, new people. I'm happy. But you over there saying, what here am I so attached to? This is something over here that you should be attached to. So how could you even ask that question?
What do I have at the villa?
Your
Oh, I thought you
cats?
said you were an older person down under. Sorry. No, there's nothing wrong with that. Only if you're Dee Dee. I ate 8 chicken wings and a smallish bag of chips. And I'm allowed to eat more? Of course you're allowed to. You mean like for your diet plan? My CPAP, yeah, that's the only thing. Well, I mean, the goal would be not to have to use it, I guess, before I do that. Maybe,
You're always going to need the CPAP. Even if you got in good health, because you've had a blood clot in your lungs, because you need help with your breathing, you're always going to need that. And I say that because I have a friend who uses a CPAP, a gentleman. He uses one and he's in fairly good health. He's a truck driver and he takes care of himself and he still needs it. So at no point are you going to be divorced away from your CPAP, Chantal. You're always going to need that.
Jay and Sam, I know. Oh, you have no diet plan? Oh, maybe. Oh, I'd love to travel the West Coast line. in a car and just drive and camp for days.
I can't see her camping. I just can't do it. No, I don't think that would work. I can't see Chantal camping. Can y'all? I just no. It wouldn't work. She wouldn't like it. She wouldn't know how to deal with it. Roughing it in the wilderness, nah, not the life for her at all.
That would be so nice, eh?
No, it would not for you.
Your CPAP can't be plugged into a cigarette lighter.
Nope,
I
sure
don't know. I
can't.
think there's like certain. I could probably get a portable CPAP or something. Get those cat backpacks. Do you want to go on the road? Do everything the hard way. True. Of course, yeah. Oh my god. The night sin was like sleeping in the. I would rather sleep outside. Okay. I would rather sleep in my own SUV than if the night.
But you don't have an SUV, and you know what? That would be great content. If Sean, that would be fantastic content, would it not? Chantal camping. That would be great content for all of us. If Chantal actually tried the camping thing for a day, just get in her car, pack a tent or something, and just try roughing it for a day. That would be amazing content. That would be entertaining. She would make it a couple of hours, but it'd still be great content. I support you trying to camp for just a day, Chantal. Let's see you do it. Like all you'd have to go through just to go camping and roughing it. Try it for a day and see how you feel.
Sin. Gross. Ew. Roman L. Roman, he himself. King Roman L. Roman always wins, better than Nader El Shami. Don't you have a bot in your chat that says that? I agree with it. What's up? To the store and back. And didn't invite me to play life-size chess. I'm fucking mad. Roman, can you remind me? Yes, please. I never had black garlic. Like, honest to God, does it taste different than white garlic? I'm curious. Speaking of garlic, I need to make chicken wings have ligaments. Beef.
Hi, Estrella. I should probably do that for my, I should bring down my glass, my water glass, and rinse it out.
I'm like, okay, I get it. You can cut a fucking onion better. From its water weight was fake too. Just wanted to say how proud I am of you cooking at home.
Oh yeah, that's something else. Nader was on his channel saying that the video, the release audio from Dee Dee was pieced together, that all the words were pieced together. Therefore, it's fake. Of course he'd say that. Of course he would.
Being strong through these nuts situations. Thank you. So he basically will avoid the truth until he's absolutely confronted with it.
Like you do. You do that a lot, Chantal.
Till people prove his lies, and then he changes the narrative.
Like, again, also something that you do.
Classic narc move. Do you see how you're a narc?
See how you are?
Put googly eyes on broccoli? Fuck. Let's see, I don't know. Their huge announcement match majorly backfired. I know as they're announcing their thing and looking like all smart at the leak. Jennifer Corvina, all hail Queen. Everyone put in the chat Queen Corvina. Everyone, you're all like, no. No, seriously, for outing that audio, are you fucking serious? That's the most scandalous thing ever. That's the best thing ever. Dee is trashy. And hey, that's
All three of you are trashy. Let's just put that out there. All three of you are trashy. All three of you are trash. And I stand by what I say. I think they're all three still working together to create the drama, to create interest for both channels. Nothing about that can change my mind.
Who? Are you hating on somebody? Who's hating on everybody? Wait, I unblocked people. Browser, I did unblock some people. Hi, Browser. What? Why would Corvina come for people listening?
Okay, you know what? I think we've seen enough of Chantal. You guys get the gist of what she was doing with this live stream, just sitting there being high. And I'm looking for something that I forgot to put in the other tab. Let's see. Okay. Let's see if I can copy this over. Something that I found of Chantal that I'm like, you really didn't just say that. Okay. Hold on a minute. I got to go to notifications. This right here. Somebody posted this clip and I could not believe that Chantal said this, but she did when she was raging. So let's go back to
So you're
beginning.
admitting to being a fucking liar and something you swore on your mother's life about. So you know what? The fact that your mother's sick, I don't wish it on her, but it's your fucking fault. Because you're a fucking liar and you took it in vain and for granted by swearing on her life. So you know what? Eat it up. Both of you are going to get your karma and you can eat it up slowly and deliciously. So you're admitting to being a fucking liar and something you swore on your mother's life about. So you know what? The fact that your mother's sick, I don't wish it on her, but it's your fucking fault. Because you're.
You know what, Chantal? What a horrible thing to say. I know you don't like Dee Dee. I know you allegedly hate Dee Dee. You shouldn't say things like that. What a horrible, horrible things to say. You're saying it's her fault that her mother has cancer. How could you say something like that? Horrible, horrible. Shame on you for saying that. Shame on you. And you call yourself an empath. Okay, sis, whatever you say. So there's that part. I think we're done with this live stream. Like I said, there's no comments. For whatever reason, Foodie Beauty is turning off the comments everywhere on her community post, on her videos. I'm not quite sure why, but she's just refusing any comments. Is it because she still feels that people will come for her because of everything going on? Or she maybe is avoiding questions about the whole DS relationship thing, and for some reason she's uncomfortable talking about that, although she comes on camera doing everything else just fine. Maybe she's sidestepping that for some reason. Not sure. Anyway, that's it for this react. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. Thank you very much for watching and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.